Students, what's the craziest thing you've seen happen during an exam? I was a teaching assistant for a senior-level engineering course at a prestigious university. My job was to proctor exams, grade papers, and occasionally lecture when Professor Harmon was unavailable. Nothing in my academic career prepared me for what happened during the spring semester finals. The exam room was a large lecture hall with about 80 students. Professor Harmon had designed a particularly brutal final worth 40% of their grade. The tension was palpable as students filed in, clutching notes for last-minute cramming. Remember, no calculators beyond the approved models, I announced, walking the aisles. And phones completely off, not just silenced. About 30 minutes in, I noticed a student, let's call him Mark, acting strangely. He kept glancing at his watch, then around the room. I'd seen plenty of cheating attempts before, but something felt different. His face was pale, hands trembling. I positioned myself a few rows behind him, pretending to check another student's work. That's when I noticed Mark wasn't writing anything. His exam remained blank while he stared intently at the wall clock. At precisely 2:45 p.m., he stood up. "Mark, is everything okay?" I asked quietly, not wanting to disturb others. He ignored me completely, walking deliberately to the front of the room. I followed, thinking he might be ill and needing to leave. "I have something important to say," he announced loudly. The scratching of pencils ceased immediately. Professor Harmon looked up from his desk. "Young man, sit down or leave. You're disrupting—" "You don't understand," Mark interrupted. "None of this matters. The exam, the grades, all of it. It's meaningless." I reached for my phone, ready to call campus security. That's when Mark pulled an envelope from his pocket. "I received this yesterday." His voice cracked. "Stage 4. Terminal. 6 months at best." The silence in that room became something physical, heavy, oppressive. "I've spent 4 years killing myself for a future I'll never have," he continued, "studying instead of living. And for what?" Professor Harmon stood slowly. "Mark, I'm so sorry. Let's talk outside." "No!" Mark shouted, tears streaming now. "I need everyone to hear this. Look around you. Is this how you want to spend your precious time? Stressing over differential equations and thermodynamic principles that most of you will never use again?" A girl in the front row began crying softly. Others stared in shock or looked down at their papers, suddenly insignificant. "I'm not asking for pity," Mark continued, voice steadier now. "I'm asking you all to wake up. I would trade every A I've ever earned for one more year of life." I stood frozen, completely unprepared. This wasn't covered in TA training. Then something remarkable happened. A student stood up, walked to the front, and handed in his incomplete exam. Then another, and another. Professor Harmon made no move to stop them. He simply nodded, tears in his eyes. Mark looked surprised, as though he hadn't expected any impact. "I didn't mean to ruin the exam," he said quietly. "You didn't ruin anything," Professor Harmon replied. "You just put it in perspective." That day changed everything. The department allowed students to complete the exam later, or accept their current course grade. Professor Harmon completely restructured his teaching approach the following semester. As for Mark, he dropped out to travel. The university awarded him an honorary degree.